Hi, good morning. Welcome, everyone. This is Sherry from Energy Work Studio. I'm here with you all this morning, and welcome to my spirit team. My orbs are back. So I'm here with you this morning to just give you a quick discussion about things that are up and coming and to talk more about the orbs. So my spirit team, they're here, and they're here more often than not now because they want to help people become less fearful of the unknown. Plain and simple, less fearful of the unknown. They come through during the day randomly. I could be washing dishes in the kitchen, and they'll come through and they'll say, "Divine child of God, dear heart, we would like to speak with you. We are Divine Source Council." And that's how they relate to me, Divine Source Council. So I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll get a pen and paper and jot down the notes that they have for me and continue on with my day. Or they'll come through, during a session while I'm working with someone that they want to speak to me when the session is over. So they can come through randomly anytime they want. And I usually listen, just stop if I can possibly. Usually if I'm with a client, I can't stop then. But they're very patient and they wait. And then I speak with them when we're completed. So it's funny, it's wonderful, it's fun, it's interesting, it's loving, and it feels good. So they were also very instrumental in helping me compile this book. It came out a year ago, A Change in Perception. They were very instrumental in helping me put this together. There's lots of information in here to help open the mind to possibilities beyond what's directly in front of us. Very helpful. A lot of the chapters in this book are questions and answers between myself and my spirit team. Many of the chapters, if you're familiar with Neil Donald Walsh, he has books out, Communication with God, very similar. Many of the chapters in my book are very similar to his. Just questions and answers back and forth between my spirit team and myself. And some of the questions and answers are not always short. Some of them are very lengthy. Some of the chapters in here are just them speaking only and me not speaking at all. So it's very interesting. It's very fascinating. Some of the topics are the Pleiadians. Now, the Pleiadians, they live in the fifth dimension frequency. We live in the third. And from their educating me, anything beyond the eighth dimension no longer has physical form. Okay, so like what you're seeing behind me, the orbs, this is all pure energy. That's beyond the eighth dimension. Just pure energy, no physical form. So that's what we're looking at right now. Okay, so the Pleiadians are in the fifth. We live in the third as the difference. Okay, so different frequencies, different vibrations, different dimensions, etc. So again, there's also topics in here on energies, the new earth, astral travel, food, symptoms. There's lots of information in here. And there's also information in here, back and forth, random information coming through while in meditation from people that have crossed over, that are now part of my soul team, that have given me messages. So there's lots of information in here. There's testimonials in here. So if you're interested in this, go to my website, energyworkstudio.com, and click on my book. That's the icon. A link will appear that allows you in to read an excerpt from the book. Interesting. It's fascinating. It's very educational. That's why this book was designed to help educate people, to think outside the box and to be less fearful. So check that out. You can also order the book from the same forum while you're in there if you find it fascinating and intrigued. All right, so A Change in Perception. They helped me put that book together, my spirit team that you see with me right now. Okay, so again, this is assimilation. I found this a long time ago. There's many angels and spirits and divine beings is who I work with, watching over the earth. That's what this image is showing. But we have this many watching over each and every one of us every day that we breathe, from the day we're born till the day that we leave. We have this many and more. I mean, you can even see how far these go back. There's just tons and tons, hundreds, thousands. They're with us every day, that many. All we have to do is slow down and listen. Just slow down and listen. Just slow down. Now, we all have some way of hearing a message. It's a feeling. Your intuition will kick in and you'll feel something. You'll have an understanding of something that's coming through. If you're clairaudient like myself, you'll hear them speak to you. Or if you're clairsentient, you may have a scent. You may smell things. Or clairvoyant, you'll see something. So there'll be a way for us to tune into our spirit team. We all have intuition, so we can all do it. And we all have this many around us at any given moment. So again, they come through randomly anytime during the course of the day or night. And I just listen. They come through as divine source counsel. That's how they address. Dear heart, we would like to speak with you. This is divine source counsel. So it's very fascinating. So as we continue, I'll get back to more of that in a minute, but I wanted to just go over something with you. Some things that I'm doing this upcoming spring. So in April and May, I'm going to be involved in some online events I think you'll find fascinating. So the first one up is in April, and Peter Van Twyuver is going to be putting this together, and it's called Self-Care for Healers. And the theme is release fear, increase self-love, and bring back control of self. It's going to be fascinating. It's going to be fun. The second one is going to be in May, and that's going to be through the Web of Light with Dr. Kevin Ross Emery, and that's going to be rest and rejuvenation. So what I will be offering during these two online events, I will be offering a discussion, an educational discussion on the emotion code, body code, how it works, the hows and whys, and lots of information about how this actually affects us. I will also be offering a free full body evaluation for anybody that is tuned in and watching that as a free gift. You'll get a free full body evaluation. Now you can go into my website and you can click on Self-Care for Healers. I have it uploaded there so you can see the chart that I'll be using to work on your system. And it's just simply to give you an idea of what's taking place, what's going on in your system right now. It'll give you an idea. Very helpful information. And then if you decide you want to do some work with this, great, good for you. So that is what's coming. So I'm looking forward to these. These are going to be a lot of fun. We're going to make them fun. We're going to make them interesting. And they're going to be 45 minutes in length, the discussion. And then we're going to hold out for 10 minutes at the end for questions and answers. So it'll be a very fascinating and fun afternoon with these two events. So I will be giving you more information, so stay tuned because I'll be giving you more information on the dates and times when we get further into this. And we'll start posting them. I'm going to post them here on my YouTube channel, post it on my website, post it on LinkedIn, and I have about 30 different groups that I work with, and I will be posting them on those as well. So stay tuned because there'll be more information coming so that you can sign up. So in the meantime, I want to give you a little more insight here today on the emotion code and what it's really about. This work identifies and corrects imbalances, goes to the root cause and imbalances. And it releases emotional and physical issues. So wrap your mind around that. This work actually identifies and corrects by going to the root cause to find the imbalances that cause the emotional and physical issues in people and animals. And I do work on animals as well. Now the body has the ability to restore its health. With the right conditions, we assist with energy balancing using applied kinesiology muscle testing and magnets. Now, muscle testing kinesiology is simply a practitioner asking the body questions, and the body is answering. We can communicate with the system. So the practitioner will use an arm generally, and they'll get a yes answer, and the arm will stay very strong. If they get a no answer from the body, the arm will get very weak and just drop. Well, we do the same thing with the emotion code, body code. And we can use the arm. Now, if I'm doing a lecture out somewhere, and I'm standing in front of an audience, let's say a small group of people, I will use the arm technique with a volunteer, and I will run a magnet down the full length of the back, the spine. That's where we work in this work, and that's called the Governing Meridian. And we use that because it's the largest reservoir of energy in the body. We don't generally work with Chinese medicine, but we are with this particular one, and we use just the one meridian. And before we go on, let me just give you an idea what that is. This is the Governing Meridian. And as you can see right here, it's quite large, and it runs from the top of the crown to the base of the spine. But actually, it starts here, and it goes up over the top of the crown and then down the back of the spine. So if I'm doing a lecture, this is what I'm using, and I will place a magnet, and I think I have one here handy. I will place a magnet the full length of the spine, and I just run it down 3 or 4 times to release, and that's where the intention comes in. And we release whatever your subconscious directed us to find, and I will get into more information about that in a minute, but I wanted you to at least see what I was talking about. So as we continue, it's applied kinesiology with muscle testing, as I've mentioned, with magnets, but most importantly with intention. And I don't want to forget that. Let me make that really clear. I don't want to forget intention, because that's what we're using with this. So with kinesiology, this is applied kinesiology plus. Okay, so there's a little bit more to it. So trapped emotion energy is simply overcharged emotion concentrated. Everything is energy and holds a vibration. Everything has a vibration attached to it. And I've said this for years, including now emotions. They have their own signature vibration. But if it's stuck, if it's a dense energy that we're holding in our system, it's a low frequency. So over time, it starts to break down the system. It'll break down organs, glands, tissue, bones, muscles, the nervous system. The field of energy around the body becomes damaged. So once this field is damaged, the system starts to show signs of breakdown. Shoulder pain, neck pain, low back, fibromyalgia, PTSD, arthritis, anxiety, panic attacks. I mean, the list is infinite, what we can have breakdown in the system and cause more problems. So what happens is we experience a shift of energy in our system because of all of these low trapped emotion energies stuck. So through the years, we can collect tons of trapped emotion in the system, slowly breaking it down. So with the emotion code, body code, these trapped emotions are released from the system, and not just moving energy, we're extracting it. We're releasing it from the system, and the pain level drops. And it's for that reason I offer Sample Sunday on my Facebook page, so that people can drop in and sample this work for free, just so they can see how it works. It helps. You'll feel a shift in your body immediately with whatever's going on, whether you're having emotional distress and it's causing you pain. Emotional distress is pain, or physical pain in the body. You'll feel a shift in your body immediately. So the subconscious is what we're working with, and I'm going to show you another visual aid for that. But the subconscious keeps a record of everything that takes place in one's life. It's like a computer. But with the trapped emotion stuck in the system, the body continues to live in the past. It doesn't actually get to move forward. Another is a heart wall. That's something that this modality offers that no other can actually duplicate. The heart wall, it's a separate space, and it's set up as a protection by the subconscious to protect the heart immediately with whatever we're going through, whatever we're experiencing that's difficult or challenging. It gets stuck. So if it's very traumatic, immediately the subconscious wants to protect the heart. So it sets up a wall, and it's using these trapped energies that are low dense frequencies in your body to create that. I'll give you an example. Like a divorce. Let's say your parents got divorced and you were just a child, 3, 4, 5 years old, 6 years old. As children, we're not equipped at that age for all that emotion. That's very challenging, emotionally upsetting. Or job loss. That's traumatic. Death of a family member, a friend, even a pet. The subconscious. It creates this automatically, again, by shaving small amounts of trapped emotion elsewhere in your body. Just stuck. Bringing it to the heart center. That's what it uses to build a wall. Now, just to give you a quick heads up, some of the emotions that the subconscious will identify in the system, and there's a chart that we use in this work, and it's called the emotion code chart, and in it there are, believe it or not, 60 trapped emotions that we can find, that we work with on a daily basis. Some of those emotions, let's see if I can give you a heads up on what they are, and if I can show you a chart. I like to use visual aids when I can. This is what the visual aid looks like of the emotion code chart, and what we're doing here is, let's see if I can read some of these. There's 60 trapped emotions that can be stuck in your field of energy. Some of them are, let's see, abandonment, betrayal, forlorn, low self-esteem, sadness, sorrow, discouragement, rejection, taken for granted, panic, anger, bitterness, resentment, hatred, peeves, horror, shame, pride, shock, unworthiness. The list is endless. There's 60 of those that we work with at any given time. Those are the low dense trapped emotions that have their own signature vibration. So when those are trapped in your body, that is what is triggering the organs and glands to drop in frequency and not work at optimum efficiency. All right? So the subconscious, again, I'm going to show you another visual aid. This is the mind. This is the conscious mind. This is the subconscious mind. It's huge. It's massive. It's connected to universal intelligence. That information is stored here of everything that happens to you in one's life. From the day you're born, from the day you leave. Everything that you go through in life is stored here. All we're doing, I mean, it could be an accident that you were involved in, any medications that you had to take, an injury that you had, something emotionally upsetting that you went through, any thoughts that you ever had, everything is stored here. So all we're doing as practitioners is asking permission, and that has to be done. You have to ask permission to do that. Asking permission to connect to your subconscious. So it's your subconscious that we can access information that's stored here. Once we do that, we become one. We are now one being, and the practitioner's ego steps out. We are now one being, yours. We are now connected to your subconscious, and we are now one being. That's how we can connect and get this information to better help you help yourself, because it's your subconscious that's the director now at this point. Once we've connected, your subconscious is the director and directing us to use the different flow charts that we use in the emotion code, body code. All right, so that's where the information comes from. And once we've extracted it, then it directs us. So using intention along with either your fingertips, because they're magnetized, or a magnet, either one. We're using the governing meridian to release it. That's the other end of this work. Aside from being applied kinesiology, it's plus. This is where the governing meridian comes in. That's Chinese medicine. It's the only one that we use, but it's the largest reservoir. I'm going to come back to that now. And it's huge. It's connected to all the smaller, and you can see in this image, you know, the smaller little tiny red and blue lines in here. This is connected to those, and it travels through all the organs and glands in your system. So as soon as we are directed by your subconscious, and we have found a trapped emotion in your system that's stuck, whether we're using the emotion code or the body code has a chart as well, and that's something that we use, and it goes much deeper into the system. And we can find misalignments in your body, nutritional imbalances. We can find a lot more with the body code. So I'm certified in both. So again, we use the governing meridian, using both of those to release whatever your subconscious directed us to, because it knows what needs to be released at this moment in time to help your body. So we're just following suit. We're just following what your subconscious is giving us for information. It's fascinating work. So with that said, I'm going to jump back in here now so I can close out. I just wanted to jump in just quickly today and just give you a little heads up, some information about what's coming up soon in the spring, April and May, and it is March, so it's only next month we're going to begin this. This is crazy. It's just going by so quickly. So as we continue, I just wanted to say good morning. I hope that you have a great day today. Stay tuned for the information I'm about to give you up and coming. I have about 30 groups. I'll be posting on those as well. LinkedIn. I'll be posting it on my website. And again, it's called Self-Care for Healers in April and Rest and Rejuvenation in May. So stay tuned for that. That's up and coming. You can go to my website, energyworkstudio.com. Once you're in there, click on Self-Care for Healers. You can see the body evaluation that I will be offering free during those events, and what it's going to show your body, what it's going to tell you that your body is in need of when I find any of the imbalances going on. It's fascinating. All right. And I also offer that now, free of charge. For anyone that purchases a session, you get that free of charge. Kind of gives you a heads up and a better idea of what's going on in your body. All right. So in the meantime, you take care. It was wonderful being here with you all again. Love and light, always coming your way. Again, energyworkstudio.com. Take care for now. I will speak to you again.